Greetings.
Everybody.
Hey Vlad, how are you?
Good, Sam.
We're back. What episode number is this, Vlad?
6.
Episode 6 of Trash Talk, the BANB6 Sustainability Podcast. Yes. And after our fantastic intro created by us on GarageBand, and after our very successful episode 5 all about bees,
Yes.
just generated a lot of talk here at BANB6.
Yes, and it got like 34 views on
Oh,
YouTube.
tell you what, that's not bad for us. We don't have a big audience, but we love...
Literally, our YouTube sub is literally like 130.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, we love sustainability. We love sharing what we do here at school. And we have a special topic today. Would you like to explain to people what we're talking about today, Vlad?
It is the BINSHIFT BINS Genies, and I might add a bit about like the bird hotspot map, about like the birds.
Okay, so we could probably include some extra information at the end if we need to. But Vlad has been finding out about the BINSHIFT Bin Genies. And for those people who don't know, what is the BINSHIFT system, Vlad?
The BINSHIFT system is a bunch of these cardboard bins.
Why do you think they're made of cardboard?
It's recyclable.
Yeah, so if we have to replace them, we don't have to throw them into landfill.
Yeah.
They go straight into either green waste or, depending on what state they're in, they could go into the yellow mixed recycling or the paper and cardboard recycling or the green
bin.
organic bin. So that's pretty good. Now, how many bins are part of the BINSHIFT system, Vlad? Can you remember? I think it's more than 5.
6.
There are
6.
6.
There are 6.
6 different bins, and each bin, made of cardboard, has a logo or a symbol on it known as a...
BINSHIFT beanie. And Sam, just before you continue, this is definitely the greatest talk show.
I think so. I think we're onto something really special here, Vlad. So there is a story that goes with each of the bins, a little figure, a BINSHIFT bin genie, and they are designed to help people make good decisions when they are putting their waste in the bins. And the little story, who's it narrated by, Vlad?
It's narrated by something called Greenie.
Greenie. And Greenie looks like they've got a lovely smile.
Yeah.
They're all pretty cool, the little figures. They all look really similar, but they all have a difference that makes them unique. And
they come on different bins with different colours on the different bins.
Yeah. And it says here, just reading from the great BINSHIFT script, a bin genie shows you the right bin to put your rubbish in. And it's acknowledging that we have a big problem in Australia with our landfill and the waste that's going to landfill. So the BINSHIFT system is designed to help that, isn't it?
Yes. Also, we're going to need to edit out this paper sound.
Oh, it's a bit rustly, isn't it? We might see what we can do with that. So on one of the pages I've got in front of me here, Greenie's asking, will we help? Because it's saying Australia is one of the most wasteful countries in the world.
Yes, we are, to say. Sam.
Well, we've got a lot of work to do, don't we, Vlad?
Yes.
That's for sure. So part of the solution that the BINSHIFT system offers is to use the bin genies and the different kinds of bins, which we'll explain in a minute, to help you put the right rubbish in the right bin. It says when you use the right recycling bin, your rubbish is turned into valuable resources. These can be reused and not wasted, which is a much better choice for our planet.
Yes.
So I think we should start with the red bin genie.
Is it just because he's the first one?
Just because he's the first one. We'll go in order. Now, Vlad, can you tell us what is the bin genie saying in the little speech bubble there?
Please help us this bin as empty as possible.
Yeah, please help us keep this bin as empty as possible. Why do you think the BINSHIFT people want us to keep the red bin as empty as possible?
Because everything goes to waste and, well, it just gets burned down into ash and stuff and gets never used again and gets put into this tank. I saw what happens.
Yeah, it could be buried. A lot of it is just buried as well, isn't it, in land that then becomes contaminated. So it does say this landfill bin is red and should only be filled with items that cannot be recycled. Anything in this bin ends up in a landfill and can never be reused again. What type of things are in there, Vlad?
You can see stuff like sticky tape. Yeah, I understand that because it loses its stick and we don't have a recycling way to get rid of it.
Yeah, and that glue stuff on the sticky tape, it's probably hard to make it reusable. What else can you see on there?
It's not reusable. It dries out after 30 seconds. 1 minute, and you don't put it on something, it dries out.
Yeah. Can you think of another use for used sticky tape?
No.
No, neither can I. Neither can I. What have we got? Polystyrene foam trays. Interesting one here is a coffee cup with lid. There are a lot of coffee cups that have to go into landfill, but we're seeing more and more compostable coffee cups or people using reusable cups like our BANB Barista's refillable cup.
Yes, that is good.
They were $10 last year from BANB6, but I think they're all sold out. There might be a couple left if you're lucky.
Yeah, I think we might have run out. We need to produce more.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with displays. We need to produce more.
Yeah, good. Well, maybe we should order some more. All right, let's move on to the yellow bin, Vlad. What is the BINSHIFT Bin Genie here saying in the speech bubble?
This is the mixed recycling bin. And
Yep.
it's saying, of course, did you know metal and glass can be recycled infinitely? That means forever.
Yeah, so it means that if you some metals and glass can just keep being recycled again and again and again. Infinitely means never ending. So that's a good thing to know, that what we're putting in the yellow bin, in our mixed recycle BINSHIFT bin, is going to be recycled.
Stuff that can be included is glass that we already mentioned.
Yes.
The metals we already mentioned. And plastic and alfoil.
Yeah, that's the one we use quite a bit here. If you get alfoil and make it into a bowl.
I have dyslexia.
Oh, you're doing an amazing job, Vlad, and I think you still share your knowledge in such a fascinating way that we're not going to let that hold us back, are we?
I have OCD and autism as well. I'm just telling you that.
Oh, okay. Thank you for sharing that, Vlad. Okay. It does say here that pretty much all these recycled things can be used to make new metal, glass, plastic, and paper products. Quite interesting that when we check our BINSHIFT bins here, when we do recycling, the yellow ones are generally pretty good. The one thing I would say is that people need to clean their food containers that are recyclable before they put them in, because if they're not clean, they are
compost.
Not compost, contaminated, and then they can't be recycled.
Edit the part out when I said compost.
Well, guess what? We're up to the compost bin now. We're up to the green BINSHIFT Bin Genie. And what is the green bin genie saying, Vlad?
Did you know that scrap paper smaller?
Scraps of paper smaller than an
envelope go into the compost bin. And here's something you should also know. Paper is made out of trees. Recycle it as much as possible, or you'll be killing the environment because it's made out of trees.
So if you can recycle it, means it can be used again, made into other products.
And we have to kill less trees.
Yes, chop less trees down.
But if you just put it in the landfill or something, stop killing trees, man.
Yeah, I agree. So it says it's green. This green bin wants to be filled with items that come from nature because they can be returned to nature. And this is a big one. People forget. They remember food, but they forget that paper towels, tissues, and pencil sharpenings
all trees
can be recycled and turned into compost for healthy soils.
All just trees.
That's right. And I like that comment. It says if it came from nature, it can be returned to nature. That's a great message for people at our school to get, because we still find paper towels and tissues and pencil sharpenings in the wrong bin.
Yeah, they're still the worst offender, even though we made that movie. Remember how we made that video?
We did.
Where Taylor said, where Taylor said she smashed a whole bunch of stuff up and blew the Capitol building up, to the car on fire, and blew it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Blew up some explosives and stuff. Like Saliha said, I littered paper towels. And she was like, oh my God, please get them. I need to hear this episode, please help.
I need to get away from you. Help me. What did you say? This horrible person or something?
Yeah. Yeah, because that is definitely more serious than blowing up a bunch of stuff.
Oh, well.
Setting it on fire.
I think we're having a joke, weren't we? But we wanted to get the message out to the people in our school community that we need to be thoughtful about where we're putting our paper towels, because they should really only go in compost. Landfill if there's no other bin, but compost is the one. Let's move on to blue. What is the blue bin shift beanie representing, Vlad?
There's paper.
Paper and
Also,
cardboard.
Since we mentioned paper, I'm about to share this idea that each team would with the colours of their bin would do that one, and if there's stuff that's supposed to be in it, they'll get points. The stuff that's not supposed to be in it, they'll lose points.
That's a great. We could even have a point system for the golden bin, which was won by the Hub at the last team time.
Yeah, which I wasn't here for.
No, but they are. Conchetta and Vanessa have it proudly on display in the Hub, which is great, and they have been doing an awesome job.
This is for the second. This is for like the first time. I'm surprised I didn't win it more often.
I know. This is their first win. They also got a special prize. You weren't there. We are now awarding not only the big bear and the golden bin and the certificate to have on display, we're also giving the winners a terrarium that they can keep with a special glass kind of bowl with layered soil and different things in there, and then little plants.
Why don't we put turtles in the terrarium, because it's a terrarium for turtle?
We probably haven't got enough water in these ones for turtles. But having said that, Conchetta and Vanessa were really, really excited to get it. And the next winner will get a new terrarium to keep in their area.
Stuff that goes in paper is stuff like newspaper, paper, cardboard, envelopes, which we already mentioned.
Yes, and as you said, when we recycle paper and cardboard, we cut down less trees, which is a much better choice for Earth. And what's the little bin shift genie saying for this one, Vlad?
This one, it is saying, use both sides of your paper and make cardboard before recycling it to make sure none of it is waste.
Yeah, I like that idea of using both sides. You know, I hate to say it, but we create a lot of paper waste here at school.
Yeah, it's because all the kids just use one side and throw it away.
And the amount of paper recycling we do every week is too much. I'd love to cut down on it a bit.
Yeah.
All right, we got 2 to go. We're talking about soft plastics, which is a kind of purpley colour. And there is a bin shift bin genie for soft plastics who is saying, do the scrunch test if you're holding a soft plastic item. Once you have a collection of soft plastics, you can take them to a red cycle bin at a supermarket, which we do here at school.
Coles or Woolworths.
Well, guess what? They're even at Foodland and Drake's. I think Aldi have. I think all the supermarkets have them now. IGAs, which is great. And
even Fresh Point has it, and Fresh Point's like a small fruit store in the mall.
Right. Well, this is probably our biggest improvement. We recycle so much soft plastic now at school. Tom actually went to one of the supermarkets and got some of the giant pink bags. They put them all in. And we pretty much fill up one of them per week to take back
to
recycle.
Bro, that's bad.
I know. But the interesting thing is, like, the supermarkets are the only place you can take the soft plastics back to. There aren't any other places yet. But we hope Red Cycle get onto that, because if we are taking a lot of these soft plastics out of landfill, we are doing something really important. So we've still got to make sure people put the right things in the soft plastic bin.
Agreed.
Yeah. Can you see what are some of the things that can go in there, Vlad?
Like zip bags.
Ziploc bags, yeah.
You know the Ziplocs that most people have in these days?
Mm-hmm. Even sometimes the like squishy yogurt pouches and so on can go in there, even with the lid sometimes, which is cool.
Yeah, and even food wrappers.
Yeah, and it says here soft plastics can be recycled and turned into new products like furniture and play equipment. Who doesn't love that?
I know.
Okay, last one. It's the grey bin. What's this one, Vlad? The last bin shift bin genie, the 10-cent genie. And what is he saying?
Look for the 10-cent symbol. This is a great way to earn pocket money.
Well, we earned, last time we went to the recyclers with our bottles and cans and juice boxes from BANB6 at the end of last term, we made $108.
My grandpa average will make like $125 dollars.
Yeah, so that's money that is going back into our kitchen garden program, and it's money that quite often we pick up off the ground when people just throw their juice boxes on the ground, because that's probably our main offender here at school.
Yep, Well, it used to be paper towels, but that kind of calmed down after we released the film and talked about it.
Yeah, yeah. So there are lots of containers now that offer a 10-cent deposit.
Yes, but-
Juice boxes.
Yeah, it's still doing bad on the paper towels, but at least we're improving.
We are improving, and it's nice to walk around, and sometimes when you see the big landfill bins in the yard, that they're not full of 10-cent containers, because that means people have been recycling them properly.
Yes, good.
Yes, so they are our 6 bin shift bin genies.
Yes.
And it says here, every time you use the right recycling bin, you turn your rubbish into valuable resources. This simple action protects our animals and environment and is a better choice for the earth. Any final thoughts on the bin shift bin shift bin genies? It's a bit like a tongue twister, Vlad.
It's a good idea.
It's a good idea. How successful would you say it's been at our school over the year so far?
It's been quite successful, but it still hasn't obliterated it. But it has taken out a good 5 or 10%.
Easy. I think we've cut down on our waste going to landfills considerably.
Yeah, 40% due to this.
Well, do you know what? I reckon it could even be more than that. But
60?
I wonder how we could measure that, Vlad, how we could look at the impact that we've had. It would be a bit tricky because we have our baseline data from last year's great waste audit that we did, where we emptied all those bins out into the yard.
There's photos of that here.
It was gross.
Yes.
It didn't smell very nice.
I even did it.
Vlad helped. We were wearing protective gear because it wasn't particularly pleasant, but we got it done, which was good.
Yes, I had to have gloves. I mean, look at this image.
Yeah, Vlad's got the picture there. He's found the picture. Fantastic. Although is that's Sanuba and Ahmad who did a great job helping. We had lots of people helping with that.
Yes, I was included.
Yeah. Well, we've come to the end of...
We still have to do a thing about birds.
Yes. All right, quickly, Vlad. You want to talk about bird hotspots?
The bird hotspots. I've seen birds popping up everywhere due to breeding season, and the hotspots are being located. If you want to find the rainbow locket, they're normally at the back of the oval or in the area where the sandbags are, which people like to destroy apparently.
Oh, well, I think a lot of the sandbags got destroyed because they got so wet with all the rain we've had and then they've fallen apart. But it probably doesn't help when people jump on them and then they just split. So last week in our sustainability group, we replaced about half of the ones that were broken, and we've got about another 10 to do, which hopefully we'll get to on Friday if it's not too hot. We'll see how we go. Yeah. So
more about birds, okay?
Yep.
If you find the noisy miners are in both ovals, just looping it.
Mm-hmm.
And New Holland ones are by the banana trees.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them for a while, but I do know that if you see a magpie, there's generally a noisy miner not far away. Yeah. They seem to, it's almost like they follow them around.
Yeah, and there's quite a few pigeons on the oval and in the plaza and behind the plaza.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's where the pigeons are.
Yeah, and there's quite a few crested pigeons, aren't there? So
and the ducks are in the rain garden and that tree by the rain garden.
Yes, the ducks come in and we've got some people who provide them with some lovely pellets. So
the ibises are still here, but there's way less of them, and they're only around the small and big playground where the most food is dropped.
That's right.
Yeah, we should probably keep a look at that area because the most food's dropped there. That means the ibises still come.
Smart birds. Now, you weren't at team time on Friday, and I did tell a joke, and I don't know if anybody got it, but I'll tell the joke again, okay? Yes. Just for anyone who listens to the podcast who doesn't go to team time, obviously. But my joke was this, and I think people thought I was serious, but I said, hey, guess what? I've just got a job picking up litter. Now, I asked the boss about training, and he said, don't worry, you'll pick it up as you go along.
Good.
Thank you, Vlad, because I got crickets on Friday, and I was a little bit sad. Oh, yes. That's a much better response than I got on Friday, that's for sure.
Yeah, because I get it.
Thank you.
And here's my joke.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What's the bare minimum? One bear. It's a joke and it's actually true. The bare minimum is one bear.
I love that. That is a great joke, Vlad, and thank you for sharing that. Now, I'll just kind of start up I'll just fade in our exit music, intro and outro music.
Yes.
It's just been bubbling away in the background there. Well, thank you. This has been a slightly longer episode,
Yeah, how
but a good one.
Yeah, how long has it been for so far?
Well, we've been going for over 20 minutes, which is pretty cool. That's our longest one by far. I think our first one went for about 3 minutes.
Our first one only went for like 1 minute and 55 seconds.
Yeah, and do you know what? A lot of studios listen to episode 5 in their studios with their...
Yeah, which they kind of really enjoy.
Yeah, and they learnt a lot about bees, and now we're doing some bee learning in sustainability, and kids are rocking up knowing a lot already, which is great.
That way, this might help with like people will start getting like better at the bin genie stuff, and will know where to find the birds when they do like the bird scavenger hunt thing. You know, bird watching on Thursday.
Yes, we haven't had that many takers for that. I've been waiting for people to come down to the garden and meet me there. I've got all the binoculars still, so if anybody's keen to do some of the twitching, as it's known, or bird watching on a Thursday at lunch, come and see me, and we'll get out and about.
Yeah, Sam, I think we may have hyped it up by adding this.
Well, good.
In this episode, but just edit that a bit out, okay?
Okay.
So you know it's hyped up, they might go against it because that's normal.
Well, we'll see how we go. All right. Well, thanks once again, Vlad.
Thanks once again, Sam.
You're most welcome. I do enjoy creating this podcast with you, and I hope that some people enjoy listening to it and hopefully learn something from it too. And we will be back hopefully before the end of the term with episode 7. It might be a bit of a review of the year and sustainability here at BANB6.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like a review of like the episodes.
Yeah, well, you know, I've just written a list of all the things we've done in sustainability groups, and it's taken up more than a page. So we've got a bit to talk about, which is going to be
that's
very
probably going to
cool.
be like our longest episode.
It could be. But anyway.
You would have to split it into 2 parts.
What a good idea. A 2-part special just before Christmas would be very cool. Well, thank you, everyone. If you did listen to us and got this far, we appreciate it. And
we appreciate it. Thanks for watching to the end.
Excellent. And we'll put up some, you'll probably see it, but we'll put up some pictures of the BINSHIFT beanies. I've called them gins, I've called them beanies. I can't win. BINSHIFT bin genies. There we go. So you can see what we're talking about.
We both have to go home soon because it's nearly 3.
Oh my goodness, it is too. It's 2:37 and it's time for us to sign off.
It's 2:38.
2:38. Okay. Ciao for now.
See ya.